Welcome all to Eat, Drink, and Explore with Cece. Today we're making a really quick dessert that you can put together in under 5 minutes flat and have something warm and cozy and super delicious ready for dinner. These apple dumplings are so delicious. Who knew that? Fresh apples and some crescent roll dough and the magic secret ingredient, which I'm going to share with you in a moment, makes such a wonderful treat, and it's so easy to make. All right, this is a small batch that we're making, and it is using 1 can of refrigerated crescent dough roll from Pillsbury. Doesn't have to be Pillsbury, it could be anything, any crescent roll dough. And you're going to need one apple, one large apple. You want to look at either a Granny Smith or an apple crisp. It is honey crisp, I should say. It is got a sweetness to it, but there's a nice tartness to it as well. You want to peel that and you want to core that. You're going to need a half a cup of butter. You'll need 3/4 cups of white sugar. It can also be substituted with brown sugar, or you could substitute it with stevia. You'll need 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now, I really enjoy cinnamon, so I actually put in a tablespoon of cinnamon. And you're going to need 1 can of the magic ingredient, and I'll show you what that is. Yes, believe it or not, it is 1 can of Mountain Dew, or you can replace the Mountain Dew with a lemon lime soda, such as a 7-Up or a Sprite. I've even replaced it with a Fresca in the past, and I've also used ginger ale. That also helps um, introduce those flavors to the apple cinnamon dumpling. And with ginger ale, you have that bit of that ginger note to it. You can also make this a little bit more fall by adding in some allspice and some nutmeg into the mixture as well. But if you just want to keep it as simple as what I'm just showing you here, it works. The simpler, the better. So you're going to need your crescent roll dough. Open that up. You'll need a 9 by 13 dish. And I had the crescent dough roll out and it was getting hot under the lights. So I would recommend you do keep your crescent roll dough in the fridge until you're ready to go with it, just so that it's not so soft like mine. Spray your 9 by 13 pan, and I just sprayed that and it came out as a stream, so I just brushed it all over. And then you're just going to separate your crescent rolls. This is so easy to do, is separate them. As you can see, the dough is a little too warm here, but you're going to take your slice, you're going to fold it over, and make sure that you fold them on the edges first and then roll them up to the tail end. It's important that you close the little package of the apple on both sides with the dough. So I'll just repeat this and I'll speed this up for you. You want to do this for all 8 of them. This is the final one. Just roll it up. And there is 1 piece left for the chef. Have that. So tasty. So here you can see they're all ready to go. And now we're just going to have to do the sauce. So now it's ready to go. We're going to have to do the sauce. So you're going to need your 1 can of Mountain Dew or ginger ale. I've used 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, but you can use 1 teaspoon. Again, adjust the cinnamon to your taste. 3/4 cup of white sugar and half a cup of butter. Before making the sauce, let's go ahead and preheat the oven at 350 Fahrenheit. Get that nice and warmed up. So you want to combine the butter and you want to melt the butter on a low heat. You do not want to burn the butter, so keep it on low. Stir in your sugar and your cinnamon and melt that together until combined. And then once it's combined, we'll be pouring that over the dumplings. As I'm combining the sugar, the butter, and the cinnamon, I'm taking the pot occasionally off the stove so that I don't burn the butter. So you want to get it all dissolved. Make sure that all the butter has been dissolved and incorporated into the mixture and that you have no sugar lumps. All right, now that the sauce is done, we're going to pour that over the apple dumplings. So you can pour that directly over them. I like to sort of pour them in between first, and then I pour it on the top of the dumplings. Again, it doesn't matter. You can do a complete dump if you want. I just like to spread out the sauce through all of them and make sure that each of the dumplings has a little bit of covering on it. Once that's complete, you're going to add in the magic ingredient, which is your Mountain Dew, your lemon lime soda, whichever option you chose. Pour that. I pour them in between, and I try not to pour it over top of them, but I just do it in between. I take a little spatula and just sort of separate, make sure that everything is incorporated, and I can combine the sauce with the soda. This is a completely optional step. You can add in a pat of butter on each of your dumplings. And what this does is that creates a beautiful golden crisp topping on your dumpling, where underneath the dumpling has the it's soaked in all of the juices that we did on the sauce and the soda. Again, it's optional. I prefer to do it this way. If I'm going to indulge, I might as well indulge. And I just sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top of that, and then we're good to go. Ready for the oven. So I placed that in a preheated oven of 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 minutes. I did not use my convection oven. You can use between 30 to 40 minutes. You need to watch that. But as you can see, the crust of the Crescent has that wonderful crispiness to it. That's what the butter and a little bit of the sugar does for this little treat. It's well worth adding that as an additional element. This is my hack on it as well. Now, you can serve this with whipped cream, with ice cream, whatever's indulgent, whatever you prefer. It is super, super crisp. And I have no words for this. When I'm eating it, I have to be silent. It is so good. It is so yummy. It is just a warm blanket. So what I like to do is I like to remove them from the sauce onto another plate, and then I take the sauce and put it in an individual container and allow people to add in how much sauce they want and drizzle that over their ice cream or their whipped cream, or choose to omit the sauce altogether. But this step is definitely well worth it because it avoids the dumplings from getting super, super soggy at the bottom. This dessert could be made ahead of time, and by removing the dumplings from the sauce onto a separate plate, it is going to prevent it from getting additionally soggy. So when you are ready to serve it, so place it in a preheated oven of 385 for no more than 3 minutes, and all you want to do is heat it through and get the top toasty. And for the sauce, all I do is place it in the microwave for less than 40 seconds to heat through, and then serve that individually. So there you have it, a wonderful, quick and easy dessert that can be made in a jiffy. And oh my, the goodness of the fresh apples and the crescent dough and the crusty top mixed in with the lemon lime citrus soda. What a wonderful treat. And it's something that you can put on repeat. You can replace the fruit with pear, with peaches, nectarines, pineapple. It's a very versatile recipe by simply swapping out the fruit that you have in the crescent roll. Try it with putting in some banana and putting in some Nutella. That also works great as a treat. So there you have it, a wonderful apple dumpling that can be made in a jiffy, and hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning champion, thank you so much for your love. If you have not yet subscribed or hit the like button, please hit that now. Help us grow our channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Have a fabulous day. Ciao for now.